What if Deku was Killer Sand? So let's begin. In the last one, Team Ochako, that is, wait, the team that in the team, you guys know what I mean. The one in the team was Kendo, Izuku, Mei, and Ochako, of course. They get the first place, and Midnight told everyone that they will do the tournament. Izuku, no, Midnight told them who will fight who. And the first fight was Shinzo versus Izuku. So Izuku say, he one of the guy, and before Izuku go out to the stadium, go to the ring, he was stopped by Ojiro, and Ojiro say that Shinzo have somewhat a brainwashing quirk, and Ojiro say, it's better if you don't talk to him at all. And Izuku say thank you, but I have to try something. Izuku walk up to the ring. Midnight say, Izuku Minora, Hitoshi Shinzo, start the fight. Shinzo say, it must be so good. You must be lucky. No, he say, you really lucky to have a flashy quirk and don't have it to become a villainous one. Your life must be easy in it, isn't it? And Izuku's, while me, my life is quite unlucky because of me having a villainous quirk. And Izuku sigh and say, do you really think that your quirk is really that villainous? Shinzo trying to using his quirk on Izuku, but it's not work. Izuku walked to Shinzo, and Shinzo was confused to say, why my work not working on you? And Izuku say, so my theory was correct. And Shinzo say, what do you mean? And Izuku say, I will answer your question, but I will show you something. Do you really think that your quirk that villainous? I will show you what a villainous quirk, what my quirk look like. Izuku summoned his black wing, and he showed his eye. And I don't remember if I give Izuku eye to turn his white part of his eye to turn black, but I will put him to have his eye to turn black. And Izuku say, how about this? Shinzo was surprised to see that his quirk is villainous as well. And Izuku summoned a knife in the mid-air and say, how about this? My quirk is more villainous than yours. And Shinzo was surprised and was in shock to see how strong Izuku is. Izuku can kill anyone in a second. And Izuku say, do you want to know something? 4. You see, my wing actually was white. And my eye and hair wasn't this color. My hair color wasn't this. It actually was green. And Shizuo say, but how? Did you dye your hair or something? And Izuku say, well, you see, I will show you something. You say that my life aren't easy. Am I right? I will show you something. Izuku take off his shirt, and everyone was terrified to see what in front of them. They see a boy with a lot of scars, especially on his back. And Shinzo say, "What the? How did you get all those scars?" And Izuku say, "I was kidnapped." And Shinzo say, "What?" And Izuku say, "Aizawa, you may tell them." And Aizawa say, "Very well." Aizawa explained about Izuku was being kidnapped and being tortured and being experimented of all those things, and about his quirk being somewhat corrupted and to become this. And they somewhat have a picture when Izuku was younger, and they, because of Hisashi giving it, and Inko captured the picture when Izuku was younger and sent it to Hisashi before she passed away, before she got killed by a villain. And everyone looked to see an innocent boy, and now the boy is turned to total edgelord, total somewhat depressed looking villainous kid. And Izuku say, you don't know the real meaning of hardship. A hardship like me. My freaking life, I was tortured most of my childhood. And look what happened. And you want to ask, and the torture not only physically but mentally. So that how you cannot brainwashing me, because you cannot control something that is broken. Shinzo was surprised. Izuku walked to Shinzo and said, you never train your physical, but I did. Your physical body, but I did. And Izuku ran up at Shinzo and punched him. Shinzo don't have time to react, and Izuku grabbed Shinzo's arm and threw him out of the ring. And Izuku say, your quirk is amazing. Don't let the other say that your quirk is villainous, because the real villain is the society itself. And then he walked off. Shinzo, after hearing this, he know that there's someone else that have been through more worse than him. The match go like in the canon, but I think I don't remember. Who should I replace? Mina? Wait a second, I have to think of something. If I remember, the Momo is fighting with Tokoyami in the first match. So Momo is fighting with Kendo this time. Kendo just punched Momo as hard as she can and sending Momo to the wall and say, sorry Momo if that quite hard for you. And Momo say, don't worry. Kendo go to help Momo, and Momo say, man, you really are strong. You don't even give me a chance to show what I can do. And Kendo crash back of her head and say, yeah, sorry. Izuku, like in the canon, and Bakugo match, he still fight Uraka with all he got, except for using one for all. And Bakugo don't go all aggressive like in the canon, and Bakugo somewhat see Uraka as a potential. He respect Uraka. Let's just say like that. In the second match, and Izuku go to Toroki go to talk to Izuku about his childhood, and Izuku was surprised, and he's somewhat getting angry, and before Izuku can talk to Shoto already gone. Izuku walk off, going to walk to the ring, and he bomb with Endeavor, and Endeavor say, "You're the one that will fight my kid, my son. So I want to ask you to do." And before Endeavor can say anything, he was mad with a punch to the face by Izuku's face, and Endeavor fall down to his back and say, "Damn it, kid, what is that for?" While angrily shouting at Izuku, and Izuku say, Shoto already told me, Toroki already told me about you being an asshole. So listen here. I will make sure he using his fire, but it's not for you. It's for his own good. And Izuku using his blue magic and say, "I don't care who you are, the number one hero or whoever or anything else. If I know that you treat any of your family member poorly, I will make sure no one find your body." And Izuku slam using his magic, slam Endeavor to the ground and making a crater. And Izuku look at Endeavor, glaring at Endeavor and say, "Got that?" And then he walk off. He go to the ring, and Midnight say, "Start the match." Toroki using his eyes tried to attack Izuku, but Izuku countered it, destroying it with a spike of bone. And Izuku say, "Use your damn fire, god damn it." And Toroki say, "I will not using my old man fire." And Izuku getting angry. Clenching his teeth, he immediately run to Toroki. And Toroki tried to attack Izuku. Izuku summoned a knife and slashed the ice like a butter. And Izuku go to Toroki and punch Toroki right to the face. Toroki tried to attack him using his eyes, and Izuku slashing it or dodging it every time Toroki doing that. And Izuku always kick Toroki or punch him. And Izuku give a knee to the stomach, and Toroki go step backward, and Izuku sigh and say, "You know what? Screw this." Izuku turn around and walk off, and Toroki say, "Where are you going?" And Izuku say, "It's no point if I go even talking with you. You're an idiot. You don't using all your powers. You don't see how much people try. They train their ass off just to get here. You just using half of your powers. And because of what? Because you have a daddy issue. And you don't want to using your fire. And you say that his fire. And not your. Listen here, Todoroki. Your quirk is your quirk. So that means the fire that you use is your own, not that bastard. And Izuku look at Endeavor and say, "Hey Endeavor!" And Izuku giving the finger and say, "Screw you!" And Todoroki was in shock that Izuku just doing this in front of all media of all things. And Izuku say, "It's no point fighting with someone that to take this seriously." And then Todoroki getting angry and somewhat say, "Get back here!" And Izuku somewhat feel a hit, and Izuku look back before he step out of the ring, and he see Todoroki using his fire, and Izuku smirk and say, "So you finally using the flame, your own power, full power of your quirk. So come at me." And Todoroki say, "If it's your own funeral." Todoroki using all he got in one attack. He fired at Izuku. And Izuku smirked and say, "Finally, you use all your power. So I will respect you, and I will use my power as well. I will show you what I can do." Izuku summoned a giant gust blaster, and Cementos making a war. Wait a second. Sorry about that. Cementos make a wall to block the attack, and both the attack destroying the wall and collide and make a big explosion. And when the smoke clear off, they see that Todoroki out of the ring and have a crater at the wall, and they see that Izuku is standing, and they see that he is grabbing something. They see a bone pillar, a bone stuck to the ground, and Izuku grabbing it to stop himself from get out from the ring. And Midnight say, "The winner is Izuku Midoriya." Everyone cheered, and Izuku looked at Endeavor and said, and he glared. And Endeavor know if he treat his children poorly, if Izuku find out about anything else, he will get killed. But anyway, let's go to the third match, because everything goes like in the canon. Except for Izuku fighting Todoroki this time. No, Izuku fighting Ida, and Kendo is fighting Bakugo. Izuku dodged Ida's speed. And he stabbed Izuku go too close to the end of the ring, and Ida go shot at him, and Izuku smirk and say, "Gotcha." Izuku dug down, and before Ida can go through him, and Izuku push Ida out of the ring and say, "Next time, think through before act, or else your opponent will take a chance to attack you like this." And Ida say, "Noted." So let's go to Bakugo vs Kendo. Both Kendo and Bakugo fighting quite good, especially with Kendo, especially with Bakugo having one for all and using his explosion. Kendo is quite fast and she using her knife to somewhat pushing Bakugo back, and the slash is not sharp, so it will not kill someone, but it will knock them back. And it will hurt like hell. And Bakugo jump to the air and using his explosion to repel himself to higher to the air. And Kendo was confused, and Bakugo make his special final move and shout, "How's the impact?" And Kendo sending flying to the wall, so Bakugo win. And yeah, just go to the end of the match. It's now the final match is between Bakugo and Izuku. And you know what? Yeah, sure. Izuku look at Bakugo and say, "How about we end it with all one attack, full out?" And Bakugo say, "I cannot agree more." Both Izuku and Bakugo charging their attack. Bakugo charging one for all and his explosion at the same time, while Izuku using his Gaster Blaster, charging his Gaster Blaster and fire at each other. And the explosion is bigger than what Todoroki and Izuku was. And when the smoke cleared, they see nobody in the ring. The ring is destroyed. And everyone looked at the wall to see Izuku and Bakugo is on the wall, and there a big crater to where they land. And everyone was in shock. And Midnight say, "So who win?" And Aizawa say, "It's a tie." And everyone say, "What?" Like that. So everyone go. The giving medal ceremony is begin, and they giving 2 medal because Bakugo and Izuku tie, and they get the first place. And who get the third place is who get the second place is actually Kendo. And who get the third place? I will give it to Ida. Why Kendo is higher than Ida? Because Kendo is actually they using Kendo point in the last part. The last part is with the cavalry battle and the race. And they see that Kendo is higher than Ida, so they give Kendo the second place. And they congrat. No, alright, congrat all of them to get this far. And the sports festival has ended. Everyone started to walk off. But before Bakugo can go home, Izuku go to Bakugo and ask Bakugo something to talk privately. And And Baku know what Izuku going to say. So he say, come on, I think I know some place that we can talk. Bakugo and Izuku follow Bakugo. And let's go to All Might. All Might is drinking a tea. And there he hear a knock and say, coming. And All Might turn to his bathroom. And the door is open and he see. And All Might see it was Bakugo and Izuku and say, oh, young Midoriya. Young Midoriya and young Bakugo, what is it? And Bakugo say, All Might, you can turn to your normal form. And All Might say, are you sure? And Bakugo say, yeah. All Might turn to his normal form, and I don't remember if Izuku already see All Might's skinny form. Let's say he never see it before, and Izuku was surprised and say, what happened? Bakugo and All Might explain about his fight with All for One, and Izuku was in shock. And Izuku want to ask, so what it have to do with the question I have to ask you? And All Might say, young Bakugo, are you going to tell? And Bakugo say, yeah. Izuku is a trustworthy person, and he know Izuku already know about One for All because he don't know. All Might don't have the scar. All Might describe everything about All Might turning to buff form because All Might don't have to turn to his skinny form because of his wound. It's actually more weak. His wound is actually not as bad as in the canon. And Bakugo tell about All Might giving his quirk, and Izuku somewhat surprised and say, well, congratulations Bakugo, you will become the next symbol of peace. And Bakugo say, wait, that's all? Not asking how is that even possible, and why do you choose anyone else, and why did he choose me? And Izuku say, yeah, that's all I want to know. And Bakugo, I know you are a worthy person. You maybe can be an arrogant person, but you have a good heart. I know, so I am supporting you to become the I will support you to become the #1 hero. But I want to make someone else to become a #1 hero. And Bakugo asks who? Izuku say, you already know. And Bakugo think to himself and smile and say, so your girlfriend, huh? And Izuku smile and say, yup, see ya. And Bakugo say, yeah, see ya. And All Might say, wait, you have a girlfriend? And Bakugo say, oh yeah, Kendo. And All Might say, huh, I should be expect that because all both of them is so close. And Bakugo think, oh my, how the hell you been a #1 hero if you cannot think such thing? And I will say something. Way of you teaching somewhat poorly. And All Might say, I know, but you don't have to rub it in. Bakugo say, yeah, sure. But anyway, okay guys, I will end it right here. But anyway, see ya. Bye bye. If you like it, please subscribe and leave a like. Bye.